Hi, I'm Angie the Voice Montoute, and today I want to tackle a topic. I hear so many people, whether it be men, women, even young people, it's one of those topics that everybody is actually thinking about, going through, and experiencing. But maybe you've never thought about it this way. And I'm going to pose this question first before I really get into the topic. Have we got it wrong? That's right, that's what I said. Have we got it wrong? Now, who are the we that I'm talking about? Well, the we that I'm talking about are us women. Us women, from the time we become girls, teenagers, and our hormones start to kick in, and we begin to develop into young ladies, and we have all of these feelings. But if we go back a little bit to when we're about, 8, 9, 10, if you look at the way young girls play and the way that young boys play, much of the time, without stereotyping, because we all have individuality and differences, right? But a lot of the time, boys play in a certain way and girls play in a certain way. Just like as we grow up, girls, we talk a lot, we converse a lot. I'm not saying men don't, please don't get me wrong, but our conversations are very detailed. For instance, for a man listening to me right now, he might be thinking, well, what is she talking about? Get to it. Where a woman might be much more engaged in all of the description. So I'll get to it, because this is not just for women, this is for men as well. So have we got it wrong as women? Have we got it wrong? And the big thing I want to know is, why don't we ask men? Why are we so quick to tell a man what to do, how he should do it, how he should be thinking, how, rather than ask, find out, maybe get to know his nature. Let's take a relationship, for instance. I know there are many different types of relationships, but for now, let's just talk about a relationship between a man and a woman, okay? And as a therapist, when I'm dealing with relationship issues between a couple, the most common thing that comes up, and you wouldn't believe how common this is when I begin to help a couple go through their communication to a level where the communication is effective as opposed to ineffective, right? Meaning that it's the first time that the man will actually say, but I didn't know that. And the woman will respond, what do you mean? What do you mean you don't know that? I've been telling you this for years and years and years. I told you at this point, I told you at that point, but the man is just there thinking, this is the first time I'm hearing this. Listen to those words. The first time I am hearing it. The first time I'm understanding it. Why? Because you have to create a listening environment. Unless we're hearing impaired, meaning that we might have an issue with our hearing, the ears don't shut out, but an ability to listen is a skill to be learned. Trust me, it's a skill that many of us do not actually have. And if you've come into a relationship because of an environment that you were brought in, possibly, listening to a woman for a man might be the most challenging thing that he can do. Why do I say challenging? Because that man was brought up by a woman who possibly hasn't had the information that you're going to get on this podcast today. Keep listening, all right? And hit that subscribe button, because I'm going to give you some information that can change and transform your relationship, not just with your partner, but maybe even with your children and work colleagues. Really. So, have we got it wrong? What about this? Is it really okay for a woman to tell a grown man? That's right. A grown man, a big grown man. Sometimes the woman might be 4 foot something and the man is 6 foot something. And she'll take her finger and wag the finger at him as if, and to tell him, this is what you should be doing. This is how you should be doing it. What is wrong with you? Do this and do that. Is that really the way to speak to another adult? And women, I want to ask you, have you ever stopped and really check yourself? Look in the mirror. How would you like someone to speak to you the way you speak to your man, your husband, your partner, or anyone? A lot of the time we wouldn't like it, but somehow we think it's okay. And why is this happening? It's learned behavior, quite often learned. Learned from our mothers, our grandmothers, our nenens, our aunties, our girlfriends. Girlfriends giving advice. Don't let him talk to you like that. No way, I wouldn't put up with that. No. We need some new information that actually works. Men and women have differences. Now, I know a lot of you might not like that word, but differences is a fact. And as much as we can have similarities and we can have soulmates and we can have so many ways we get on with each other, but those differences, they exist. They are true to our nature. So why are we trying to make men into women, rather than going down the route of understanding their nature? When you understand that this is how this works and this is what it's about, and this actually can communicate more, why are we doing the opposite and the reverse? So I ask you the question again, have we got it wrong? And could we possibly be making our lives and our relationships that much more difficult because we just might have it wrong? The same could be said for men. I'm not bashing the ladies here, but I would like to give something to the ladies and possibly to the men who might be listening as well. So, for instance, if you want to tell your man something, be direct. Many women have no clue how to be direct because we're emotional, right? And if there's something you want to say to your guy, your stomach is churning, you're anxious, or maybe you're disappointed, you could be even angry or frustrated, and those emotions dictate how you speak to him. That lovingness, that softness, that sensitivity and femininity that actually attracted him to you seems to get lost when you are hurt. When we are hurt, I'm not excluding myself, I'm a woman. I've learnt some things, yes, but I'm still a woman. And for me, I'll take the time, maybe close my eyes and breathe. Yeah, and I'll breathe again. Why do I breathe? Because this oxygenates the brain. And when you oxygenate the brain, it gives you the ability to think through those emotions and actually apply what I call a key skill, which is patience. Because patience can give you understanding. I mean, we like to banter this word around love, but love is actually understanding, isn't it? Love is actually patient. Love is actually trying to look from the other person's perspective, not just your own. Love is many, many, many things. And without these ingredients, I think love is empty, to be honest, because there's a part of love that is tough and strong. So have we got it wrong? Yeah? What about this? Are you treating your man like he's a child, or maybe even your child, as well as treating him like one of your girls, like a woman? Are you doing that? Ask yourself that. And if you're not sure what I mean, let me give you a for instance. Treating a man like a child.
You know the rules.
I'm sorry.
Go stand in the corner. Quickly!
You could say, if you say to him, why don't you pick up that plate and put it in the sink? Wash it. Wash that plate. Stop leaving that there.
What is your problem? Look at the stain. You look like a pig.
How are you speaking to him? Are you speaking to him like a man? Like he's someone that you treasure and you honor and you love and you respect, and someone who you admire? What are those words actually doing to him? What about if you kiss your teeth and your mouth is long?
First of all, ain't nothing wrong with me. Secondly, I'm not angry, okay? I'm not angry.
You seem angry right now.
No, I'm not angry. This is how I am. I don't have no hostility at all.
What, do you have to be in control all the time of everything?
I don't have to be in control all the time. I ain't got no problem with that.
Well, then why do you get so angry?
Yeah. And you give him that sideways look as if... And you use all of this passive, aggressive language to get him to do what you want.
Off alive!
Oh,
You're off alive!
you don't control me.
You're
What you
off
mean, get off?
alive!
It might work, because I know a lot of men just want peace. Sometimes they just think, rather than have her really get on my case and keep talking. You know, one of the things, this is one of my pet peeves when I hear a man say, oh, you're nagging. Yeah? And we'll tackle that on another topic, because it's not always a nag for the men out there. It's actually a woman trying to express herself. If you want to hear more like this, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell.